to voice the common interests and concerns at the grassroots level. It also aims to derive strategies.
When we talk about water, water is not just a life. We are talking about the Third World War, and I don't believe our Third World War will just be a nuclear war. It's going to be a water war.
Religious institutions, where it is really needed. We talk about the soul, we talk about beliefs, we talk about philosophy.
All of you as an association can write a petition, you can do RTI. Nobody is stopping you from doing that. If that pipe is leaking and somebody is charging 600 rupees, go and do an RTI on how that is allowed. Don't please moan and groan. This work is not for moaning and groaning and finding fault and pushing the blame there. And I'm paying the municipality, why are they not collecting my garbage? Why do we generate so much garbage in the first place?
We have a lot of problems, water problems in Meghalaya. One is access to water, one is access to potable, meaning clean drinking water. We don't know what sort of water we're drinking, and that's why we're all going for AquaGuard and bottled water. Then also there is scarcity of water. There's so many people who still have to go and bring water from a distance, including young people. So these are the problems that we need to be discussing. Not everyone has access, so there's inequality in the access to water. And then there's also this thing about privatisation of water sources, which I think is a crime. Water, forests, land are supposed to be community owned in this society, but they have gradually been privatized and nobody is answering the question why. This dialogue has been called difficult dialogues, and this is a very difficult dialogue for the Khasi society which we haven't started to take up. We talk about land belonging to the people, but who are the people? Only a few people own land today. About 76% of people in rural Meghalaya do not own land. So this is a huge problem. This also is a difficult dialogue, and we don't seem to be picking up this, but we don't want to offend any group, we don't want to offend the traditional institutions, but if we don't do it now, we will be in for a lot of trouble in the future.
India, as per the report, more than 21 cities are going to be having a water war next year. That is 2020. That's as per the report. But the thing is, we can't rule out the whole idea that Meghalaya will not face that too. Because as per my experience, since there are lots of water in Meghalaya, but there is a lack in governance, water governance within the citizens, there is a lack in implementation and a lack in action. And that's why talking water woes, when we talk about water woes, it's not just about the scarcity we should talk about, it's also about the whether the right stakeholders are involved or not, whether there is a proper implementation, whether there is a governance that is in place. And who is the government? We are the government. We always look at the government as something which is a higher, but it's not that. We are actually the government who must implement. And because we are not looking towards a shared responsibility and a shared awareness where we need the knowledge to curb this thing from pollution to mismanagement, and that is why a water woo is which is very relevant in today in Meghalaya to talk about it. That is why we come up with the whole topic of how real are the water woos in Meghalaya, how real we should be. That is why we come up with the topic.